Alright, so we're gonna do the end of week recap right after I get done getting my haircut. Yeah.
3, 2, 1, 0, and liftoff. Liftoff. Americans return to space as Discovery clears the tower.
Alright, so the haircut is done. Now we can do our end of week recap. For me this week, I could definitely say the FOMO was real. The fear of missing out on so many perfect trades, different setups. I mean, so many different trades, man. And they was all hitting my setup perfect, and my scanner was picking them up left and right. So seeing so many different plays and wanting to be in them all at one time is very hard when you have a small account. So everyone knows that I'm doing the small account challenge for 2018, where we're taking a small account and we're gonna turn it to 100 grand by the end of the year minimum, right? So I started off with $600. Right now the account is right at 2,500, but we getting that. We building a little cushion week by week. But it was so many different setups and perfect plays, and I just wanted to be in all of them. And then also having a small account, it limits you because you can only do 3 trades a week. Definitely the FOMO was real. A lot of great plays this week. BIOA, NSPR, AKER, all of your cryptocurrency plays with Kodak saying that they're doing a cryptocurrency, and so it was a lot of great moves this week. And we're gonna do a review on all of those. And I hope you learned something. And like I said, let's keep making money together. Welcome back to TTMTrades. First and foremost, before we get started, I have to thank all my new followers. As always, I appreciate every single one of you. Hopefully you're learning something, and hopefully we are continuing to make money together. All right, and I'm helping you and adding value to your trades. Now I got a gang of followers after this last post of my video. I think close to 180, so I deeply appreciate every single one of you. And then also on my YouTube, all my new followers. I think after my last video I posted, I only had 79. I'm up to 117 now, so I deeply appreciate everybody subscribing to the channel. So what we're doing this end of week recap. End of week recap is normally just a end of week recap of the plays that I put out at the beginning of the week on the 7th. That's Sunday, I believe, prior to the week opening up for the stock market. So we called ticker HEB, VII, ISIG, and ticker AKER. So we're gonna go over those, do a quick end of week recap, and then before I put out my top 3 plus 1 going into next week. So looking at the chart. All right, first we're talking about ticker HEB. So ticker HEB already is taking off. I mean, it's already doing good. So we called ticker HEB on the 7th at 36 cents immediately Monday morning when it opened up. It had the breakout like we called, pushed up to a high of 52.67. There was some light profit taken here. The following day continued to trend up. Some more profit taken here. You can see on the light volume, nothing to be worried about. And then buyers came right back in. As you can see, another nice spike in volume and pushed this all the way back up to this last high, 52.6. So do I think this trend is going to continue? Yes, there may be a slight pullback here, just for things to smooth out before the next leg. Now, the only immediate support I can identify would be over here with this 49 cents is at, running straight across right here. Worst case scenario, this falling back down to 44 cents right in this area where these two peaks were at to consolidate. But does need to consolidate before the next takeoff. Maybe next week on the open, it could probably maybe Monday, Tuesday have another high run up to 58.60 cents, which is why I would definitely take profits after it took off from 33 cents. I would take profit in that area because right after that it's going to have a pullback, and it's going to need to consolidate some. So This one definitely took off. I would hold it till we get to 58.60 cents. Next, let's talk about VII. All right, so ticker VII, we called this one on the 7th at 40 cents prior to the market opening for the week. It spiked up to 46, like volume pullback, and then we have some consolidation candles right here. So the price is consolidating right here in this area. As you can see, the bands are tightening. They're all coming in tight, which means that the volatility is very low. So this is going to have a breakout next week. And looking at past trend history, it has major spikes up in the price. So I highly believe this is going to break out next week, have a very nice spike up, as we talked about in the last video on the 7th. It spent the entire week consolidating. Just need to break above that 44-cent mark, and then potential price targets. I would look at, just to get a quick idea, it could have a possible spike up to 61 cents, and then a full retracement of the whole 76 cents. So a good chance to easily make 40 to 50% return if you make your entry just right. But the way the bands are constricting and the price action is consolidating, and on your up days there's major spikes in volumes, which means there's a lot of people interested in buying. On your selling days it's below average, which means there's either profit takers and or shorts getting out the way because they see their ass is about to get burnt. It's definitely consolidating in this area, and it's going to have a breakout next week, and the momentum is definitely in the bulls' favor on that one. So I will continue holding if you got on that off my last call. Ticker ISIG. This one is doing the exact same thing that ticker VII is doing. It is consolidating. Right here, the bands are coming in. Nice. You had this nice spike up right here in volume. It couldn't hold it. Came back down. A lot of selling. Pushes back down. Sellers tried to push it back down again, but buyers came in and accumulated those shares once it touched the 113. So I would wait. I will wait to see what happens on Monday and then make my entry. But it looks like the momentum is definitely in the bulls' favor, and the breakout is gonna happen next week. I just want to make sure that it's going to be in the bulls' favor and not the bears, and no one lose any money. Potential areas of profit. We swing this back to our last high. I did not want to draw a trend line, so we swing this from our, let's go to 219. Let's just do 219. Let's do that here. Potential areas of profit is this 155 resistance where this last spike was at, as you can see, and a potential 180 right where this base was formed at before you had this drop. So you have an oversupply right here of traders who are trapped in this general area. So once again, once you begin pushing up, there's an oversupply. All of these traders who are holding the bag right now, stuck right here, are praying to whoever that this is going to spike up so they can offload all of these shares and break even. So once you start pushing up into that 155 area, moving up into the 168 to 180 range, I would start putting in my stop losses to lock in a potential profit, just to see if you break through this area. Now, if you break through this general area on high volume, then I would continue to hold and see if you can get a full retracement of the whole 219. And last but not least, ticker AKER. This is the one I'm currently in right now, and I hopped in this one at 15 cents. So as you can see, I actually did a analysis on this, so we'll just go there. All right, so as you can see, we're in a nice, this is the 2-hour chart, by the way. So this one is currently in an uptrend. Two high peaks of 20.98, you might as well say 20 cents, and then 21 cents, and then one right at 19.90, 20 cents. So we're forming a symmetrical triangle here, where we're getting topped out here. Nice bounce here, came back up, bounced, resistance, came back down. The beautiful thing about this time is it came back down, but it didn't exactly tap the line, which means that the selling pressure is getting weaker and buyers are coming in. As you can see, this large I'm not gonna say large spike, but nice spike in volume right here to accumulate shares prior to the close. So this is definitely going to break out on Monday. It looks like it wants to refill the gap due to this large spike in volume on these 3 6 hours, on these 3 2-hour trading blocks right here. So right now what it looks like is a lot of traders are taking positions. Definitely a lot of them took positions in that 16-cent range, and then going into Thursday and Friday, a lot of traders took positions in that 18 cents range. So the nice base has formed from 16 to 18 cents now, which is looking like the new support once we have a breakout. So potential price areas, as I said, potential areas of profit pending the volume stays consistent. We could see a full retracement of 32 and a slim chance of 42 to 45, 100% retracement. As you can see, we have this large gap right here that needs to be filled. So coming in next week, once we break out of this symmetrical triangle on high volume, I definitely see us tapping 32. Like I said, I'm in at 15 cents, so that's 100% return for me. I'm taking profit there. But you can definitely continue if you break through that 32 cents on high volume up to 45-cent range. So it's still a good area for you to make your entry. If I would do it, I would do it sometime in the morning, Monday, before this thing takes off. And that's it, man. That's our weekly recap of my plays that I called on the 7th. So if you made entries, it looked like you are still safe to hold going into next week, and there's still potential profit in each one of those. Now, just a quick recap on my 6-figure challenge. Like I said, I started my account. So what I want to do is I want to do a recap at the end of every month. Like I said, I'm not a day trader. I'm a swing trader, so I hold my stocks anywhere from a couple of days to a couple of weeks. So I'll do a end of month recap from here on out to let you know how much profit I made each month. But we started off with $667. I'm gonna go over the month of December and my entries and exits. We entered, took a BTCS the first week of December on Friday at 10 cents, and then we exited on the following week, Thursday at 24 cents. So made $864 on that play, which brought my account to $1,531. Then we made an entry on ticker BAA. The chart wasn't shaping up the way I wanted it to, so I got out at 11.37 for a $97 loss, which brought my account down to $14.34. Then we entered ticker Mayo, had a nice setup, got in at 312. Then we exited at 405. They gave me a $415 profit to bring my account up to $1,849. Then we entered ticker ARGS at 15 cents, 15 and a 6. And then I didn't like the way the chart was setting up, so I got out at 15, took a $62 loss on that. And then my last play for December was ticker NETE. I got in at $11. We closed the month out, by the way. Started with $667. We closed the month out with $1,787. But my last play for the month of December was ticker NETE. Got in at $11. And then going into January, closed it out at $12.72. Could have closed it out at 15. I got greedy and it dropped on me real hard. So closed out at $12.72 for a $267 profit. And my account is currently at $2,055. So January, we'll do the end of month recap for January and let you know where I'm at. But like I said, we're doing a 100K challenge this year. Plan is to take this $667, and at the end of the year, December 2018, have it be 100K or more, and we'll do a celebration video on pop bottles before we go into the new year. But TTMTrades will be posting my top 3 for next week, so look out for those, and please subscribe to the channel. I deeply appreciate it. I appreciate all my new followers. As always, I hope you're learning something. Oh, hold on. Man, I almost forgot. I said I was going to talk about ticket NSPR. So, yeah, man, FOMO for real. Let me show you this. Ticker NSPR, man, on the January 5th, I posted, if DCTH doesn't move how I want it to first thing in the morning, I'm moving over to NSPR for the breakout play about to happen. Set that on January 5th. So let's look at chart. Ticker NSPR. January 5th, I call the breakout prior to the week starting. Sure enough, the 8th rolls around and this thing lights off from 12 cents all the way up to 32 cents. Now, I said that I was going to get out of DCTH, which I entered in January, and move over to ticker NSPR. But the FOMO was so real that ticker AKER was setting up so nice that I made an entry on there at 15 cents. And I didn't stick to my original plan. So by me not sticking to my original plan, man, I missed damn near 150% return on my account. But it's all good. It's all good. Hopefully this will happen with ticker AKER. I was a little perturbed about this move, but hey, just like we miss one play, there's a million more to make. So if this ever happened to you, don't be down and out about it. There's many other plays for you to make. I've missed many plays in my trading career. I'm talking about plays that ran 1,000%, 800%, 400%, and I'm sitting there looking at them, and I know it's about to happen. In the setup, and everything is pointing to that this play is about to take off, and it's so perfect that it's unbelievable to me that I go get in something else, and then sure enough, it takes off the next day 500, 600, 700%, and then the tier that I did get in, it drops 2-3%, and I'm just sitting there and I want to throw a spoon at myself or something. So if this happens to you, don't beat yourself up. There are many other plays for you to make. The biggest thing is you want to build your account up slowly but surely. Okay, you're gonna take losses. I've taken losses, as you can see here, $97, $62. But at the same time, when you have your wins, you want your wins to be bigger than your losses. So make sure you are putting in those stop losses, them trailing stop losses. You know your entries and your exits. You know the support and the resistance, and you have a plan before you enter every stock and you execute that plan. Okay, but yeah, NSPR, man. I want to pull my hair out about that, but like I said, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and let's continue making money together.
Houston, Tranquility Base here. The Eagle has landed.